if you've been trying everything, eating clean, working out, skipping meals, and your body just won't change, I know how defeated that feels. I used to cry in the mirror, like wondering why nothing was working and why my belly always felt so heavy, so bloated. So in this video, I'm going to show you what's really keeping your body stuck and how you can start losing weight faster in a way that feels safe, that feels gentle and sustainable. If you want to get a flat stomach for life, even faster than I did, I've put this free guide to help you exactly do that. You can grab it in the description below. So most people are chasing weight loss through, they do it through a whole variety of ways, whether it's through restriction, hardcore workouts, quick fixes, all these different yo-yo diets, but for some reason their bodies are in survival mode. When your body doesn't feel safe, it will hold on to the fat, especially around your belly. I used to wake up bloated, exhausted, even after 8 hours of sleep. I didn't understand what was going on. I thought, eating less and working out more would fix it. But no matter what I did, I stayed inflamed and stuck. And do you know what the truth is? I wasn't unhealthy simply because, I was lazy or eating too much. I was inflamed, stressed, and completely disconnected from my body. But once I shifted from trying to lose weight to trying to heal, everything changed. I stopped punishing myself. I stopped punishing my body and started nourishing it. I learned to calm my nervous system, support my gut, and just let my body feel safe enough to release the weight. But what if you're unknowingly eating things that are making it worse? Even if they're labeled healthy, so many women are eating foods they think are healthy, like protein bars and soya milk and even some fruits. Like seriously, and we're not realizing that you're actually feeding in the inflammation, messing with your gut and slowing down the fat loss. For many years, I had no idea that gluten, dairy, and certain additives were triggering my bloating and my acne. I thought it was just part of how my body worked. The moment I removed those triggers, my digestion improved, my skin cleared, and the stubborn weight it started to shift so effortlessly. Listen, your gut is the foundation of your metabolism. If it's inflamed, imbalanced, your body will struggle to absorb nutrients, or manage your hormones and release the fat. Right? Healing your gut isn't just about digestion. It's about full body transformation. So what do you eat instead, and how do you actually heal your gut and nourish your body whilst trying to lose weight? Because most diets are built around shrinking, smaller proportions, fewer calories, more control. But healing happens when you eat to build, right? To fill your hormones, calm your gut, and restore balance. When you eat to nourish, when you eat to heal. When I started eating enough nourishing whole foods, anti-inflammatory meals, and healing ingredients, I felt a shift immediately. I had energy again. My cravings disappeared. I stopped obsessing over food because I was actually full and satisfied. And my body started to let go of the weight naturally. It's not about restriction. It's about restoration. You don't have to be hungry to lose weight or to clear your skin issues, your IBS. You don't have to do none of that. You just have to eat in a way that supports your body's healing. But what if you're already doing all those things, right, and you're still feeling stuck or discouraged? Healing doesn't happen because you're perfectly motivated every day. That's not how it happens, right? It happens when you show up even imperfectly with love, patience, and consistency. You know, there was so many times that I wanted to give up. I thought to myself, like, what is the point? Genuinely, what is the point? But every time I chose to be kind to my body instead of punishing it, I built trust. And with that trust came progress, not just on the scale, but on how I felt in my skin. Because once again, your body is always listening. You have to speak to it with compassion, move it with love, feed it with intention. That's the path to real, lasting weight loss, the kind that doesn't require starting over and over again. When you start by being mindful of how you talk to your body, how you talk to yourself, how you address yourself, when you make that shift, everything else immediately starts changing. So now that you know what to stop doing and what to start focusing on, are you ready to make your next move? Because if you want to lose weight even faster, the free guide I mentioned earlier on in this video is usually for paying clients, right? But I want to give it to you today for free. If you follow this guide, your life will change. Just simply click the link in the bio. My name is Marcia, and I'll see you on the next video.